Whispers of Fate unfolded. I always had a fascination with the old library in our town, a towering relic of the past where time seemed to stand still. Most patrons came for the main hall's dusty volumes, but my curiosity was piqued by the basement, a place marked off limits with a rusted iron chain and a padlock that seemed more ceremonial than functional. Rumors swirled about its contents, but it was the whispering shadows that drew me in, beckoning like a siren's call. One rainy afternoon, when the librarian was preoccupied, I slipped the lock and descended into the depths below. The air was thick with the scent of aged paper and mystery, and the dim light from my phone barely pierced the darkness. Rows of forgotten books lined the walls, their spines cracked and covers coated in dust, yet it was as if they were begging to be opened. As I ran my fingers along the shelves, one book in particular seemed to hum beneath my touch. Intrigued, I pulled it free and opened it, revealing pages filled with handwritten notes and sketches of a life that wasn't mine, but eerily familiar. Each entry described events I hadn't lived yet, but somehow felt inevitable, like the shadows that had trailed my footsteps since childhood. I was transfixed, flipping through the pages as they unveiled a story that seemed to intertwine with my own, predicting choices and consequences with chilling accuracy. It was as if the book was a living entity, adapting to the very fabric of my existence. The further I read, the more I realized that each decision I had made led me closer to a singular, terrifying outcome, one I couldn't comprehend, yet felt inescapable. My hands trembled as I reached the final entry, a macabre depiction of a figure, unmistakably me, standing in the very basement where I stood, surrounded by books that whispered their truths. Suddenly, the basement door creaked open above, the sound echoing like a death knell. I snapped the book shut, heart pounding, as a chill crept down my spine. The shadows seemed to shift, enveloping me in their cold embrace, and I realized with dawning horror that the life I hadn't lived yet was unfolding faster than I could escape. The books knew my fate, and in their whispers, they urged me to accept it. But as I backed away, the basement's darkness swallowed me whole, and I knew that whatever lay beyond was more terrifying than the life the book had foretold.